Welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse. Broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Hey friends, welcome back to Daily Dose Radio. Yes, you found it. This is the only internet podcasting Bible study that is willing to use the word supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And I said that yesterday at the end of the broadcast because we're coming to 5 and 6 today. And oh my, how wonderful are these words. Now, we talked about in 3 and 4, the trust. We put trust in nobles. No, we're not going to do that. The psalmist says, put no trust in nobles. You're not going to do that, nor the Son of Man. There's no deliverance with the Son of Man. His breath's going to leave him. He's going to go back to his own earth. His thoughts are going to perish. Why would you trust in something temporary? Trust in something eternal. Oh, eternal? Wait a minute. What's eternal? Verses 5 and 6 tell us. Blessed be the God of Jacob, his helper. His hope is upon the Lord his God. Maker of heaven and earth, the sea and all which are in them, the keeper of truth forever. Wow, isn't that something? So now we're not talking about the Son of Man who perishes, but we're talking about somebody who keeps truth forever? Who in the world is that? Well, let's look at verse 5 again. Blessed be the God of Jacob. The God of Jacob. We know Jacob, don't we? And we know whom Jacob trusted. We know that he trusted in the God of Bethel, the God who was with him all that time that he was up in Paran. We know that God was there with him and brought him back, and he sacrificed to him as he came back. So the Lord called him Israel when he came back, changed his name, and it was on that God that Jacob trusted. That was the God of his father Isaac and the God of his father Abraham. It was the God in which the covenant exists. So the God of Jacob, his helper. So we go back to verse 4, put no trust in the noble. Well, there's nothing there to trust in, right? Because there's no hope. And then notice the next statement in 5, his hope. You see, there's hope in God because you can trust him, because he's not temporary, and he's not weak, and he's not the Son of Man, and he's not some arrogant, stiff noble who thinks they know everything. No, ladies and gentlemen, this is the God of Jacob. He is the one that helps. He is the one that we can hope upon. It is upon the Lord his God. And there we have the Tetragrammaton, the name of the Lord used. We saw it up in verse 1 and in verse 2. We come now, here it is again in verse 5. And then we have a description of this God, God of Jacob, the Lord his God. He's the maker of heaven and earth. I love that. I love that statement. I love the way it just stands out in this text, because it takes us right back to the very beginning. The wonder of creation always stands as a monument to the power and authority of God. It always stands as a testament to the eternal nature of God, to his design, to his craft, to his goodness, because when he made it all, he said it is good. And then he made man in his own image. In the image of God made he him. So God, the maker of heaven and earth, is the very first thing that the psalmist cites as a descriptive thing about this God of Jacob, the helper. And then he says, not only the heaven and the earth, but now let's break it down a little bit further. The sea and all which are in them, the keeper of truth forever. If you can understand everything that's in the seas, maybe you can understand something about the wonder of God. But there's no way, friends, there's no way any of us will ever know everything there is to know about all that's in the seas. We haven't even mapped all the oceans yet. We don't even know what's down there on the bottom. There are secrets yet hidden that'll be hidden from us forever. And God made them, and he put them there. He is the maker of heaven and earth, the sea, and all that is in them. He is the keeper of truth forever. You will not find truth hoping and trusting in the Son of Man. You will find truth hoping and trusting in the only place where help exists, and that is in the Lord our God. Join me again tomorrow, and we'll look at verses 7 and 8 on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.